and here we are at Grand Teton National Park. And there you got the requisite snow-capped mountains in the distance. Again, you know, I've said this before, but there's lots of different topographies and landscapes that you can call the most beautiful in the world. And my memory of Grand Teton puts it right up there. Now, it's a little hazy today, but the, you know, snow-capped mountains, the mountain lakes, the reflection of the mountains in the lake, so we'll hopefully see all that soon. So quickly, we just entered the fee area for Grand Teton, and we're headed toward Jenny Lake and then on to Yellowstone. It was $35 per car to get in here. Now again, I got the pass, so it didn't cost me anything additional to get in. There are, by the way, bunches of bike riders, and they've got some really nice bike riding trails around here, but I was surprised at that. Anyway, so heading on to Jenny Lake. So we're at Jenny Lake, which appears to be a really, really popular spot. So there's people behind us. There's you see this boat coming in here. It's a shuttle boat, and you apparently load it over there. There's a trail behind me. People out there canoeing and whatnot. Anyway, it did remind me, if you guys watched a few months ago, I was in Maine and went to the Forrest Gump Lighthouse in Maine. Well, I believe, you know, toward the end of the Forrest Gump movie, Jenny's laying in bed, about to die, and she asked Forrest to see if he was scared in Vietnam, and he says no, and then he tells us, kind of recounts his life story and all of his experiences, and in that, in one of the scenes where he was running, he runs in front of a mountain lake with snow-capped mountains in the distance, and I would not be surprised at all if it wasn't Grand Teton where that was filmed. I don't know that, but the beauty is very similar. Now I'm hoping we get to some still lakes in a minute so we can see the reflection of the mountains in the lake. And it also, back to Forrest Gump for a second, it's interesting that this is Jenny Lake, since she was Jenny. Anyway, here's a good view. Oh, people down there enjoying the water and the beach line. Okay, so we went a little further down and got on this scenic drive. I actually think, even though we left Jenny Lake 10-15 minutes ago, I think this is called Jenny Lake Loop Drive, but boy, you can just smell the pines, and they really smell good. In fact, there was a lodge back there. When I say lodge, it looked like a bunch of standalone cabins to me that you could stay at actually on this one-way road. Anyway, really nice place. Again, the smell of the pines is really strong, and they smell really good. Another view of Jenny Lake, I believe, just from a different vantage point. Very beautiful. That canyon, gorge, whatever you want to call it, between those two mountains had a name. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, really, really spectacular view here. Again, I wish when I was here before, again, probably 25 years ago, the water was glass in a lot of places, and you could see the reflection of the mountains in the water. Hopefully we'll get to see that. I thought we'd give you a quick view of Jenny Lake through the trees down our little drive here. Again, gorgeous view. So I thought I'd get a Grenadier in front of the lake, in front of the mountains view. This is Chapel of the Sacred Heart, and we're heading in there real quick. So here's Chapel of the Sacred Heart, which is a very beautiful wood structure with a statue, we'll call it, of Jesus, and a stained glass window, and it appears Mary. So anyhow, really nice building and worth the 3 minutes we spent in here. Okay, we've come to the entry of Yellowstone National Park. The line to get in is a mile long. We've been in it probably 10 minutes. I'd guess we got another 10 to go, something like that. But anyway, hopefully you can see the Yellowstone National Park sign up there. I'll slow down a little bit, make sure that RV is in front. Anyway, we're headed into Yellowstone National Park. We are going to stay at the Old Faithful Inn tonight. So hopefully you can see the river down there. You know, I don't know if that's still the Snake River or not. We're still on the entry into Yellowstone, and there was a phenomenal view a little bit further back, but no place to turn out to see it, so hopefully we'll get a better look. By the way, it's probably 65 degrees right now, a little cool with a little breeze. All right, so we just went, quarter mile, half a mile up the road and got a better view here. I guess we're 500 feet above that river down there, and you can see that, it's 20 feet down to that first little ledge there, but really, really, really picturesque, and I'm sure we'll see more. By the way, it is 71 degrees, but it feels like a lot cooler than that because, again, a week ago I was 126 in Death Valley, so it's 55 degrees cooler, and honestly almost feels cold here, or does feel cold. Okay, here's a little bit more of a close-up, and it's a little wider here. You got this canyon, so absolutely beautiful with the rapids and all that kind of stuff. We have gotten a lot closer to the water, so if you look at where I'm standing right now, that is, we'll call it 200, probably. So I'll give you a quick 360. So it's really nice spot here, really steep spot here, but beautiful and worth the stop. Okay, well, it started raining a little bit here, but I just had to pull off here because this is the river that we were looking at in that deep canyon, not a mile down the road. And here we are up to basically eye level with it. So that to me is just incredible. That, we'll call them roaring rapids, is this peaceful little meandering river up here in a prairie at the moment. So pretty crazy to me. So here we are at the Continental Divide, elevation 7988. Interestingly, the Grenadier, I checked the altimeter and it showed 7994. So it is showing 6 feet different than the Continental Divide. So obviously the thing's not consistent, it's not consistently off, whatnot. By the way, in the trailer video or yesterday's video or something like that, it was yesterday's video. I was looking at the length in front of Warner Ineos and it was 191 point something inches, and I said 18 feet. Oops, that is 16 feet, so sorry I did my math a hair wrong there. But anyway, so the Grenadier is 16 feet long. But again, I would consider this the approach to Yellowstone. Obviously, we're in Yellowstone Park, but the Old Faithful Inn that we're staying at I've now established it is at Old Faithful. or where Old Faithful is. So I'm not going to film Old Faithful today because tomorrow is the true Yellowstone day. This is just the entry to. When I came here 25 years ago, we just now passed an entrance that came in from the east. And I'm pretty sure that's how we came in. I know we didn't come in from the north. We didn't come in from the south. So must have come in from Cody, Wyoming, I think. Anyway, I want to get this shot. You got a big wide open area, a lake, which I'm not sure what that lake is. And, you know, a great view of the Grenadier. So we ran across this sign for Kepler Cascades and only saw one car down here. Of course, it's late in the day now. It's about 6 p.m. and we'll be at the Old Faithful Inn in the next 15 minutes. But I was quite hopeful that was what we were going to see with Kepler Cascades. And so, wow, what a beautiful view there. And I'd say we're probably 200 feet again above the water. And then as you see, it goes down and we'll keep going. Yeah, so really, really beautiful spot. I'm guessing I've been here before, but I don't remember it. So again, we're probably 10 miles from Old Faithful. And so we'll see that shortly. But really, really, really beautiful waterfall here. Little canyon. Pretty place. Okay, so we're pulling up to the Old Faithful Inn, and that's obviously not Old Faithful, but if you see, there is steam coming off that water right there, and so that is, you know, obviously hot springs of some sort. And there in the distance is the Old Faithful Inn. I had to video this Old Faithful Inn. Just checked in. We're actually going to go. So if you see that seating, you see that lady standing up there and someone sitting, they are waiting for Old Faithful to go. You see those people over there. Old Faithful's supposed to go in about 10 minutes, but I wanted to walk in here real quick and just kind of show you around the inn. Really, really, really cool place. Welcome to the Old Faithful Inn. You know, got old log beams and log flooring and a clock, big old clock and stone fireplace, and really massive beams and structure and whatnot. So we're going to go out to see if I can catch Old Faithful right now, because it's supposed to come out in about 10 minutes. So we just climbed to the second floor and more of the same. And out here, we're going to have this is really, really cool place. And we're going to have a look at the geyser going. Okay, so there we go with the initial, and it's starting to go. Every 90 minutes plus or minus a few minutes. This one's a little bit early. Tomorrow we'll probably go down there and, you know, where all those other people are standing, but I saw this spot up here and I thought it'd be fun to watch from up here at the hotel. That's a lot longer eruption than I imagined. I don't know how long it goes, but it's already been probably a couple minutes. Old Faithful. Okay, a fitting end to day 14 of the Grenadier 15,000 mile cross country trek. Tomorrow we'll get it up close. See you then.